pretty new story.
Yeah,
I was like, sea dragons. They found like Gyarados. They were an English channel.
This great dragon.
Gyarados.
Oh, Gyarados.
They got like Gyarados over here in
The red
imagine?
Gyarados.
channel.
I feel like that wouldn't be the wildest Pokemon to me. Like,
I'm just thinking how
I
its
think
face
about-
is. Like its face, he's just like.
imagine seeing that in real
That's what I'm
life.
saying.
You're like, what?
Like, that cartoony ass face.
Yeah, you got things like Rattata or something that's kind of realistic, and then like Gyarados where he's
Yeah.
just like, okay. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 26 of Squad Pod. We're going to welcome in the new year on New Year's Day with a new episode. Vernon's already celebrating.
He's already
Happy New
ready.
Year.
It's already
Happy
about
New Year.
Let's
midnight.
get 2020 out of here.
For real, though. This year blows. So I was actually, my plan was for this week was to go over like the highlights of what happened this year. And it was so depressing, I gave up by like March or like April. I'm reading it and I'm like, you know, because I thought it'd be fun to like go through like all the events, like the crazy things that happened this year. And I was like,
Yeah.
But
these
it is
all
depressing.
suck. There is
Mhm.
nothing good. I mean, I'm sure there's good in there, but it was just, I was like, oh God, no, I'm not
Yeah.
doing this.
PS5 came out.
Hey,
Yeah, no one can get it.
is 5 came out? I did.
Okay,
I still
yeah.
vote.
I did.
I'm
Evan's
Evan's
gonna
on the
have
hunt
one
for
next.
one now.
next.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Evan is officially
I'm
on the
not.
hunt.
Not yet. I can't afford that shit yet. And even with the check, I'm trying to. I gotta use that shit for bills and stuff. You know what I mean?
Vernon's
Yeah, that's
gets
just me.
stimulated.
That's just. I'm just like, let me get that.
Stimulated.
I need that. Put that straight towards my bills. You know what I mean?
There's Alex.
There's Alex, just in time for after the intro.
Yep.
So yeah, we're live, Alex. Just so you know. We
I
can't hear you.
Alex.
I knew I was running late.
All right.
There you go.
You were like you could have just not said anything because you were like, I didn't even know how late it was.
I just lost track of time, man. I was watching TV and I was like, oh shit, it's late.
At least you admit it. It's okay. Well, we were just
You were
talking about
kinda-
how much this year sucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
we're not gonna
recapping
dwell
the
on
year
it.
since it's 2021 now.
2021, move on. 21 is one of my favorite numbers. So 21.
Hopefully
I'm
that
with
helps
it.
everybody. Hopefully that helps us.
I'm all right with completely forgetting about this year. Completely. Not forgetting about it. I mean, okay. Wyatt, I don't know if so after the last podcast we kind of were talking about it. Like there were some good things that happened this year. Like maybe not on a global level, but like at least on a personal level. Like
Yeah.
I mean, did anything good happen to you guys this year that you're kind of happy about, minus, you know, the whole global pandemic and a bunch of people dying and everything, you know? Anything good happened to you?
I mean the podcast. Like we started the podcast and everything. Alex got tapped at, you know. I mean, other than that, I got a new job, which like turned out because I was trying to get out of my old job at the time. So, I mean, good things happen. It happened. I mean, everything else sucks in the world, but
It happens,
it
man.
is what it is.
Yeah,
I
I
ended up
mean,
getting a new job. Got PS5.
I think all of us but Alex got a new
Chilling.
job this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I think so, actually.
Mine was not pandemic related though. Yeah, mine just happened to be coincidentally like 2 weeks before the pandemic hit the United States.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
But I mean, I was kind of I
Unless-
wasn't really happy there either. So I mean, where I'm at now is not that great.
Unless
but-
something drastic happens, I will not be getting a new job anytime soon.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, it
my
worked out.
job. Hell yeah, love my job. I'm glad everybody's moving on, and I'm hope you guys love your job. But so I was hoping. I was actually sitting in my when we were on like the thing. I was like, please hire me. Like, please let me come back. Please let me. Not like that I wanted to go back, but like I just didn't want to be let go because I know a lot of people got let go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let me back. Just let me come back. And then they did like this thing where it was like a skeleton crew, and my coworker got to go back, but I didn't.
Oh.
And then I had to like go and turn my badge in and stuff, like because I wasn't technically allowed to have it because the building was open at that point.
Oh,
so like
yeah.
I could go on the lot and do whatever I wanted. But like that was like the real big. I was like, like I got to turn my
I hope I
badge
get
in.
this
Like, I'm
badge.
getting
Is this
fucked.
me?
What does
Turning your
this
badge
mean?
and your gun.
Like basically like turn your badge in, turn your keys in. I was like, so I went and did all that, and I was like, talking to my boss. I was like, "Is this it? Like, should I look for a new job?" And he's like, "No, man." He's like, "We're just a skeleton crew." And 2-3 weeks later, I was back. So I was like, "All right, cool."
That would be scary. That would be
Yeah.
absolutely like terrifying. Everyone's losing their job, and they're like,
it was scary.
you know, provisionally, let's just take your badge and keys away for a little bit.
There was like these tables
that
set
mean?
up, and you had to like walk in one at a time, and like a manager was sitting there and like an employee was sitting there, which like when you get fired from a job, usually a manager
Yeah.
walks you out and stuff. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh no, like he's here to make sure nobody causes a ruckus when he hands them their final paycheck. Like, here you go. But luckily, I mean, CarMax was blessed. Nobody got fired, nothing like that. Everybody came back in full force eventually, but they all
That's
came back.
That's good.
So good for that.
Yeah, no one
Fortunately, a lot
wants
of
to
people weren't
see
so
an
lucky.
executive and HR at the same time. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another in my job, like our head HR lady for like the region, she lives closest to us, so she's at our store all the time.
Mhm.
So like when people transfer from like other stores and she comes in, they're like, "Oh my god, like why is she here?" And I'm like, "No, it's cool, man. She's here all the time. Like she's not because some stores she visits just to fire people, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's something's going down if she shows up to the store, but she's at our store all the time.
That's what happened when
So-
they announced our branch closure. It was like an executive came in and like, oh, okay, you know, they do that from time to time. And then
Yeah.
one of the HR people came in and it's like, okay, something's up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is it. All right. But yeah. But I'm kind of with Wyatt though. Like I'm kind of back doing what I was doing, so it's kind of but I got like from the end of January till July to be at home, finish a semester of school, and just be with my family, and that's a time I'm never gonna get back ever.
Yeah,
So
but
like I'm
Yeah.
glad that I had that. I mean, I know it sucks,
got your
but
kids. And these years and your kids are like the big like jump years, you know, between like 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Like those are the years that like they really like boom up, you know.
they
where you
haven't been
notice the
sick
change.
in months either. That
Good.
is amazing as well. Their immune systems are going to be terrible after all this because they have no exposure to anything. But man, it's been nice. But
Not
Other
my
than
kid.
that, yeah.
He gets sick. He eats too much junk food. He's throwing up. He'll come back from his dad's, dude, and be like, "Look, my stomach hurts." I'm like, "Yeah, because you probably ate junk food and pizza all week, didn't you? Like, that's what you ate, huh? Yeah. Well,
Eat some broccoli.
you gonna be sick, man. Like, what do you want?" So,
oh man.
Good.
So yeah, anything for you guys, Alex and Vernon? Anything good happen that you're happy about?
yeah, man. I think we've kind of gone over this.
Yeah.
Lots happened, man. Other than the global scale, life personally has been great for me. Been
Same.
happy. Running through, man. I know Vernon got a new girl and everything this year.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't let the global thing take your personal triumphs away.
Yeah.
I like your background, by the way, Vernon.
Yeah. I mean,
What
the
city is it?
lockdown. Yeah. What city is that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's Jacksonville, Florida,
It looks like somewhere in Florida,
because there's
Miami or something.
yeah, there's look kind of like
I think Miami.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as pandemic goes, lockdown was like right up my alley, man. Like I have no
Yeah.
problem staying at home, like
Yeah,
chilling,
perfect for me.
playing games, like
Like Evan
write
said,
music.
spending time with Kai.
Yeah.
chilling.
They
Chilling.
didn't shut down the daycare until like March 10th, March 11th, and I was off since end of January. So like I had like 2 full months of just like I would wake up with Brittany I'd make my coffee, do my schoolwork, and then I'd kind of have the whole day to just do nothing until they got home. It's nice.
I'm actually
nice having like no obligations for a minute there. You're just like, man, I'm being told to chill.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm getting
just gonna
paid.
sit here.
Like, okay. I mean,
Yeah, right? You sure you're
I'm
gonna pay
doing my
me
part.
every other week to do this?
I had
Doing my
stimulus, severance, unemployment. I was like, okay.
Got stimulated?
I haven't been stimulated yet. Have you guys been stimulated yet?
I have
I
not
need
been
to check.
stimulated.
The guy at my work was stimulated earlier.
I decided what my splurge is going to be with my stimulus check.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
It's going to be my a $50 new razor for my face.
Ooh.
Oh.
Face.
I got
That's it.
I don't know if you
I
guys
don't
bought
can
got
one
see
not
this
too
here.
long ago.
I got a bushy
Yeah,
beard coming in here. I gotta.
I've had my old one like too long, man. It starts to nag me, like nick me, and so I'm like, oh. So now I hate
electric
shave.
or like an actual like razor.
No, I use like an electric just to trim up because
Mhm.
like I usually have like a bigger beard, but I just like trim it. But man, this one got shaved so low because like when it gets too long, my old one just starts like pulling hairs out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Electric is the way to go, man. That's what
I have. But mine's just old, man. 3-4 years old.
They don't last long.
Yeah, it's time for an upgrade. So I'm pretty excited. I've been doing because I don't buy anything without research. So I've been looking up like 2020's best trimmers and stuff. I'm like doing
Alex
all this
is like
research.
researching for like a
This is
$50
the
razor.
new elite
Yeah.
Shave-O-Matic.
That's what I was like. What am I gonna buy? And I was a little worried because I didn't think they'd be too expensive. And the first one I found, dude, that I was interested in was like $180, and I was
Yeah,
like,
so-
oh, I was like, that's
Those
expensive.
are, like last for life because like you can replace like the blades
Head-
in them.
yeah.
Diamond
Well, I did some
blades.
more research, and they were like, these are for like professional barbers, and I was like,
Oh.
well, I don't need all that. So I did eventually find one that was on multiple lists, and I was like, that's the one I'm getting.
Yeah.
So my $50 is gonna be my splurge.
Here I
I
am.
might put it
looking at-
towards my new computer. So
You need
Yeah.
it.
You let
I
me know
do.
when you buy a new computer. I love shopping computers.
Me too.
yeah, I will. I told Evan I'm probably gonna be contacting you guys.
Let's get you a
and
Mac.
Evan,
Let's go all wild over
Oh.
here.
No,
I'm
I don't
just
want a
kidding.
Mac.
I'm kidding.
And Evan, he's gonna be trying to get a PS5.
Mhm.
Yeah, I might too here soon.
I
You
was,
like as soon as you get your stimulus check, because I actually
Yeah.
know somebody who might be selling a PS5.
well,
Selling.
I'm buying it at retail price. So
Yeah, they're not trying to like scalp it or anything. All that happened was it's my one coworker's like mom and brother.
is this
They
where I got
each
the
went to a
Switch from?
No.
he just found a PS5 on the side of the road.
No. They got an alert. Target had them. They both
Yeah.
went to individual Targets to get them. They came back and both got one. So now they have
Oh,
and she's not trying to make money off it or
Okay.
anything. She's like, I'm just gonna sell it to somebody. So
I mean,
when you get it, let me know.
There
I'll
you
ask.
go, Evan.
ask, dude. I'm seriously, it's not open.
No. No, man, they just bought it from Target like 2 nights ago, man.
Dude,
Like,
I'm-
like, how could I have been that fucking lucky, bro? I was like scouring the internet, like following Twitter feeds and shit. This dude's like, hey man, I got somebody got an extra PS5. You want to buy it for retail price?
Alex,
Well-
this is the second console you'll hook me up with in a year.
Yeah, you hooking Evan up?
Well, she asked me today if I wanted to buy it, and I was like, probably not quite yet, But she was like, all right, we're just
Which
looking.
one is it?
I don't know if it's the discless one or the disc. I didn't get any information on it. 'cause
I
wasn't-
would take information, Alex, because
Yeah,
we're serious.
because you want the disc
so, yeah.
one, man.
I'd like the disc one, yeah, because I got all these
Yeah.
PS4 discs that I haven't been
No,
able to use. So
I thought about this the other day with the discless versus the disc. Like, I buy used games like years later that like I finally show interest in for like $5. Digital games never go down to $5 I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes you get those like splash sales where they're like dirt cheap, but like, man, I walk in when I bought Doom, I bought it for like $7. Love that game. Just took me forever to get to it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
And I
like
was
with
like, ooh.
Warzone. Like we've been playing Warzone and stuff, and like I want to play the multiplayer on PC. I could probably go to GameStop and get Modern Warfare for like $20, but like on PC, $59.99. There's no
Yep.
no discount.
$59.99.
Bastards.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I
at
wanted to
all.
buy PGA Tour Golf 2K21 here. And I was looking for it on Steam, and they're like $50, and I was like, dude, I just saw it at GameStop the other day for like 22.
And then like
Like,
one
no.
day for the whole year, like every game is like $2, and you never know what day that's going to be. Like, you're not paying attention. So
Steam sale.
Yeah.
Steam
Steam
sales.
sale.
Like, you're gonna load up on every game in our library. You're welcome.
That's how it is, man.
Steam's actually great. They have
Dude.
tons of good stuff.
They do. Yeah. But yeah.
But so
I'm excited
yeah,
for you to get it.
I'll take a look, man. I'll see if she didn't sell it by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll text her right now.
So what do you guys got going on?
I mean, for me and Vern kind of came up with a topic last night to talk about a little bit. I
Ooh.
did some research.
Tag team.
Pretty much like the insane parallels that have happened through history, man. And specifically, like the John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. Like, that's kind of like we mentioned it. And then we like thought it'd be kind of a cool topic. Like, Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Lincoln was elected president in 1860. Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Like that kind of shit. Like, it's wild.
Wasn't like Kennedy was shot in like a Ford Lincoln? No, wait. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln. Right?
Yeah.
Like the vehicle was a Lincoln.
So.
And then Lincoln died in Ford's theater or something. Yeah, it's like it's all these things.
Yeah, Lincoln was shot at the Ford Theater,
And-
Kennedy was shot in Lincoln car,
Which is owned by
made
Ford.
by Ford.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
moved before.
Yeah.
And Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before their trials.
Mhm.
What else is here?
Some crazy parallels with that.
John Wilkes Booth was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald was born in 1939. Like, it's just like some weird shit, man. But I did find some other examples. I don't know if Vernon looked up any or not.
I would like to
No,
hear some of
not
these because
really.
that one I think everyone kind of knows.
Nothing
the basics.
is as crazy as that.
Yeah.
The one that Vern knows about definitely is like the relationship between Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. How they were like,
oh yeah,
they were super good friends for a while, and then they had a falling out when
For
like both of them like for years they didn't talk to them like yeah, they didn't talk for years and years.
This is a crazy story.
And as the last two surviving members of the American revolutionaries from British Empire, they eventually reconciled and corresponded by letter until their final years. So like they ended up becoming like pen pals again. Like they became friends again by writing each other. And like
Everybody
they
was
reconciled their
pen pals
differences. Well, yeah.
Just wait.
But I mean, they
I know
didn't
what
meet.
you're
They didn't
Right.
really like meet in person. But they famously died within hours of one another on the same day in 1826 on the 4th of July.
Holding each other's hands.
What kind of America shit is that?
America.
How do you both die, founding fathers, on July 4th within hours of each other? It's like that's wild to me.
Yeah,
That
they
is
didn't talk to each
crazy.
other for at least like 10 years, like over 10 years, I'm pretty sure. And then they like started like, I think it was like their wives or whatever got them to like start talking again. And then they became like close friends again. And then like somehow they ended up dying within hours of each other on the same day. July 4th.
That is crazy. Of all days, July 4th, my internet.
That shit's
just-
wild. Like
Okay.
Shit.
version, watch the drunk history version on Comedy Central. Like it's on YouTube. There's a drunk history version of the whole story. It's pretty funny.
Love drunk history.
That's crazy.
The other one here kind of involves Lincoln as well. Less than a year before John Wilkes Booth killed Abraham Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth's brother, Edwin, saved the life of Lincoln's eldest son.
I've heard that actually. I remember.
Yeah, apparently his son was playing around at a train station and was falling onto the tracks, and the dude scooped him up and pretty much saved him.
Oh.
But I mean, that's crazy too. Is like Wilkes Booth's brother saved Lincoln's son like a year before his brother killed Lincoln. It's
That's weird.
I think it's a little worrisome how the president is just so like in those times was so accessible. People could just go and see the president or his family, you know.
It was new back then, man.
Well, I mean, even
Yeah.
just think about Kennedy. I mean, nowadays, could you imagine like the president driving down a street in an open vehicle, like during a parade? That wouldn't happen today. But I mean,
That would not
That's because of
happen.
Kennedy.
because of Kennedy.
though.
Yeah,
That's
as
why
I was
we
saying
can't
that,
do it
like,
anymore.
That's why
we did it all up until him, and then they were like, no, that's not a good idea anymore.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be doing that.
Probably shouldn't be doing that.
They even got the Pope riding around in a Pope mobile, like with the glass around.
What came first? I wonder if like the president got like closed first, or the Pope got closed first.
Pope mobile.
Yeah.
The only other one I do have here is Mark Twain came into the world with Halley's Comet and then died during Halley's Comet.
I've heard that one. I have heard that one.
Really?
Yeah, the periodic comet known as Halley Comet turns to Earth's vicinity every 75 years. Back in the 18th century, I don't have the whole story here, but yeah, he died. I mean, he was born the night that Halley's Comet was visible, and he died the next time it was visible. Like, that's wild.
I do remember hearing that.
Has to do with exact. I think it's just weird when anybody dies at exactly their birthday. Like that means he died basically. Like I don't know if Halley's Comet comes on exactly 75 years, but you know, it's just weird to like die like at your exact 75th birthday. You know, like as soon as you go up. So
there's some crazy stuff. Those are the only examples that I found that were like super interesting. Some of them were like, I don't know if this is like legit or not. It seemed a little wild, like
little Q.
I don't know, like those are the ones I found on credible sites.
Yeah,
like, but I mean, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, it makes you think: are we living in a simulation or some shit? Like they're saying, scientists saying it's like a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
like that's pretty wild.
It might be, man.
That's so broad. Like, it might be.
Could be. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Here's
prove it,
like
can't disprove.
You started that conversation, and I was sitting here all ready to play devil's advocate and be like, you think that just happens because so much shit happens in history? But come on, like 2 U.S. presidents, we've only had like 50 of them. What do we have? 50?
No, we're not even at 50.
45.
We're not even at 50 yet. You know,
Biden's
like
46.
So like. We're not even at 50 of them yet, you know, and for have that many coincidences in just 2, like how are you even going to play devil's advocate to that, dude? Like that's just too, and there's too many.
Some weird shit.
If you'd have been like they died on the same day, like I could be like, come on, man, like that's just statistics. It happens. There's only 365 days, but like all that shit, you're just like, how you gonna argue that? We live in a simulation, man.
You saw that dancing robot that Vern shared today. That like this is the future.
Bro, at first, I'm watching. I'm like, this is very scary. Like it gave me chills the way he was moving. Watch it. Like it looked, and then like the more I'm watching, I'm like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like it was cool. I was like, this shit's cool. But like it was very unsettling to see that at first.
Weird.
Just the way that robot moves, bro. It moves like a human is in a robot outfit. And I'm like, it was unsettling to me at first.
It's
but
like
then I'm more watching
robot dog like years ago that was just like running at like super fast.
The dog's in the video.
Yeah. But I mean that was like unveiled a while ago. Like the dog running.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's like future, man. That's how you get Terminator.
They're gonna send them to Mars.
Oh, that's how they're gonna like they just gonna throw like the dog's just gonna run the whole way around Mars,
sniffing around the planet, just doing shit, man.
With the robot, the robot's gotta be like controlling shit, like
the
picking up rock
while dancing.
He'll be like stuff under here. The robot's just digging with its hands through Mars.
No, the robot ain't doing no work.
It's just dancing on Mars.
If Elon sent a car to space, they'll send a robot up there and just dance.
The robot's just dancing on Mars. Speaking of space, I do have space news as well.
All right.
I know we've been talking about space a lot recently, but for some reason I keep seeing some space news.
It's all around
in between podcasts. The one that came out today, as we know, was for some reason part of the COVID relief bill included within I think it was like 180 days or something that like the FBI and federal agencies have to release like most of like all the info they have on like UFOs. It's some wild stuff to put like you put in a bill.
Who
like,
snuck that in?
Who snuck that in?
Yeah. What senators like I want to know what's up with that?
I'm not on the page. I just screenshotted some of it.
This is the perfect opportunity. Because like I was listening to it today. They were talking about how this bill, a lot of people snuck bullshit in because they knew it's gonna pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless.
This is like
so
that.
like
This is a perfect example of it.
Who was the conniving motherfucker that put this in there? Like the hero that put this shit in there.
The one line they just wrote aliens. We want to know.
What it says here, it says this report must address, according to the Senate Intelligence Committee, observed airborne objects that have not been identified, a detailed analysis of unidentified phenomena, data collected by geospatial intelligence, B, signals intelligence, and C, human intelligence, and D, measurement and signals intelligence. Detailed analysis of data of the FBI, which was derived from investigations of intrusions of unidentified aerial phenomena, data over restricted United States airspace, and an assessment of whether this unidentified aerial phenomena activity may be attributed to one or more foreign adversaries. Like, that's specifically what it says.
That's what the government would call them.
Yeah, they would.
Foreign adversaries.
Foreign adversaries.
They wouldn't call them aliens because that's humanizing them almost. You got foreign adversaries. We have no idea where these monsters are from.
Like, of course, they're adversaries. Yeah. They're obviously our enemies. That
right there alone, they're like, these motherfuckers already talking about, like, we have enemies in space.
I hope not, man.
That's why they have the Space Force already. They know.
If they found us first, we're doomed. We better not fire first.
Other one I have here is 33 musical pieces were sent into space via radio waves toward GJ273b, a super Earth that it's larger than our planet and is theoretically able to house life.
Nice. That's what we need.
Super Earth.
A bigger Earth.
This is how Interstellar started. We found something. We're like, oh, let's go send people over here.
Let's go check that out.
Yeah, go check it out. Make sure it's habitable for us.
Forget Mars. Let's just go to Earth
2050, and you got some dude showing up from 2020. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. Be like, how did you get back here? Like,
maybe it's a circle. Maybe that's how this Earth was founded. Maybe there was another Earth that was up to us that came to find us over here. Like this Earth, like, oh, maybe we could populate this, whatever. And then it killed all the damn dinosaurs.
Oh my god!
That's how it started.
I don't even want to try to think about the time warp and that shit. Just man, imagine like you were talking about the other time. I've been thinking about it a lot about those like super highways, like if that shit existed, like the current in Australia, and like just that would be like the way things are, type of thing, you know, like naturally. Yeah. Imagine if we actually found something like that. That'd be like, wild.
What would we do with it? Like, what?
We would send shit into it. What do you mean? Like a wishing well.
Toss a penny.
With cameras. Before we send people, we're going to send one of them Boston Dynamics dogs through that shit or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're going to roam around the whole planet, make sure everything's cool. There's no monsters or aliens, whatever.
Imagine like a spaceship with them robots in it. Landed on the planet and shit, and like imagine it has alien life, and they're just like,
what the?
And they just see these big robots just dancing.
Just like,
we come in peace.
Peace.
With like American flags shooting out their heads or something, just like
fireworks shooting out their like heads. They already have the American flag imprinted on their like chest or on their back,
and the side, and the back, and the leg.
Like fucking aliens are just like some race is just sitting there having a nice dinner, whatever, and you just see like a robot just dance past their window or what's going on? It's just sitting at their window.
Honey, what is that? Like,
oh my
god, that's some wild shit to think about. But like it's type of shit like that. Like I was. About like, hey, we're aliens on Mars. You know what I mean? Like, I was just saying weird shit like technically we're aliens if we go to a different planet. Like, you know, give it about, but like, hey, we're aliens to the moon, you know, or whatever. Like, when you really think about it, wherever the fuck we go,
they're
gonna be like, what the hell? What kind of life is this? Or maybe it'll be the same. Who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully, they don't try to enslave us, though. I'm not down for that. I don't want like a Mars attack situation.
Yeah.
That movie, bro. I haven't seen it in so long. But it used to scare me when I was little.
Yeah, same. I didn't watch it until I was like in my teens, like fully.
Yeah, there were two.
The only other thing I have here isn't really. It's kind of crazy, but it's not like. It says, according to discoveries made as part of NASA's twin study, extended time and space can affect blood flow to your brain, alter the ratio of bacteria in your gut microbiome, and cause temporary visual impairments, among other effects, due to the microgravity found outside Earth. And they found all this because they experienced there was issues. It began during liftoff when astronauts are subjected to G-forces almost 3 times what we experience on Earth. But apparently they experimented with that for an extended period of time, and it's changing your DNA and shit, changing your it's wild.
It makes sense if you think about evolution and how long we spent evolving to this climate, to the Earth. So imagine if people have lived on spaceships for generations and generations and generations. Maybe those people would be suffering those type of effects on the surface of a world. An adverse side of it. That'd be kind of crazy. Drop something.
I think it's crazy man. Thinking about not only just how it affects you, but how you said all the little organisms living inside of you that help keep you functioning. It affects them too in a way.
Yeah, it's pretty much we're made to just stay in between. You can't go up too high, you can't go too low.
Not even on the planet. We can't even go to certain places. You're supposed
to stay in this one.
All of human existence is on this tiny little sliver on the outside of this tiny little planet.
We can't go too far down, or we get crushed. We can't go too far up.
Too hot,
or we just can't breathe.
Fragile creatures.
We are fragile, man. You are right.
Fragile.
This side up.
You can't be upside down too long. What a blood rush to your head. You pass out.
We can't even be upside down if we want to. Jesus.
I fucking step outside and twist your ankle. You down for 2 days.
For real. Dude, I got a Charlie horse last night when I was sleeping and I still feel it.
Bro, it's some funny shit, but it's true.
Yeah, we are so fragile. That's wild.
I wonder if we're more or less fragile than we used to be.
I wonder how fragile aliens would be. Imagine. I know.
Depends on what they're based on. Because work carbon-based life.
That's a whole.
Imagine they're based some. I know. That's the only form of life we.
That's really the only form of life that we can comprehend.
Pretty much carbon-based life. As far as people, imagine we find something that completely rewrites. Right, that's more or less what it comes down to. Imagine we find something that completely rewrites everything we know about what life could even be. We find literal minerals, rocks and stuff that aren't carbon, or even plasma. I was talking to you guys about the wild shit about maybe there's a serpent swimming on some sun somewhere or something. Imagine it's just skin is lava, and we're how does this even exist?
Wild shit.
It's obviously just some sci-fi shit, but a lot of sci-fi shit is sci-fi until
it's not.
We got lightsabers now.
We actually got lightsabers.
Yeah, that shit. I saw that too.
Give them another 50 years with those. 100 years with those.
That'll be the new.
Oh my god!
Forget assault rifles. We got lightsabers.
Speaking of dragons, do you see that sea dragon, bro?
Nah.
No.
What do you mean?
Apparently they found a new species, a prehistoric species they call the sea dragon, and it was discovered in the English Channel.
They found fossils of this shit.
Apparently, it's a new mysterious marine reptile from 150 million years ago. And they're calling it the sea dragon.
Interesting.
It was around during the Jurassic period, but apparently it used to. Reptile appears to have been able to dive to extreme depths.
Dope.
Everything dinosaurs do are extreme. Let's be real.
Saw something about that the other day. That's a pretty new story.
Yeah,
I was like, sea dragons. They found Gyarados. They were in English Channel.
This great dragon.
Gyarados.
Oh, Gyarados.
They got Gyarados over here in
the red Gyarados channel.
A Gyarados popping out of the water. You're just on the beach, just chilling. Then all of a sudden, a Gyarados pops out.
He found a Loch Ness monster in the English Channel. That's where he was the whole time.
I feel like that wouldn't be the wildest Pokemon to me. Like,
I'm just thinking how its face is. Like, its face, he's just like,
imagine seeing that in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what?
Like, that cartoony ass face.
Yeah, you got things like Rattata or something that's kind of realistic, and then like Gyarados where he's just like, okay. I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't even. That shit's too funny.
What would be the strangest one if you would see it in real life? Like, do you think Gyarados would be the strangest one?
No,
I don't know if it'd be the strangest. Imagine a floating ice cream
like
cone.
one of them. Yeah, or the trash one.
Freaking Garbodor.
What's his name? Garbodor?
Yeah.
What about a Diggersby?
A Diggersby, though.
Just
but like I was
coming out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, this thing's gonna come up to me like.
I think the weirdest
kick you with them
ones
feet.
would be like the humanoid kind of ones, like a Mr. Mime or a Blaziken, or
that would be
something
weird,
that kind of moves like a human, but isn't a human.
I was thinking the weirdest would be someone like the God Pokemon, like that, like control time and shit like that. Honestly, whenever we started, that's what I was getting to, like the ones that control space and time and shit.
Yeah,
like, imagine you see that shit, like
stumbling upon a Dialga.
I'm a simple man. I just give me a chill side up. Just chill here. I would laugh at him every now and then doing some stupid shit.
But even side up can do confusion. Like, you can at least lift stuff up.
No, if I'm gonna pick a tiny Pokemon, I'm definitely rolling with like Charmander.
Cyndaquil.
I'm gonna make sure that flame never goes out.
I don't know. I'd probably roll.
You gonna burn your house down?
Yeah, I was like, that'd be a liability.
I'll live in an igloo or something.
I'll probably pick like Squirtle or Pikachu to chill.
Yeah,
igloo sounds like probably a bad idea.
Ain't gonna burn my house down.
Listen, Charmander ain't gonna burn my house down. You'll be fine.
I feel like Bulbasaur would provide a lot of utility. Not just because Bulbasaur is objectively the best starter of the Kanto region, but
he can use those vines to help you out.
I think Evan wants to make a slave of his Pokemon. I just wanted a buddy. He's talking about utility. He's like, I want to put him to work, man.
He can be my buddy. Where do you think Gryffindor comes from? He'd be my buddy.
You're
Pokey-labor.
Get your frisbee on the roof. Bulbasaur can use his vines to grab that shit.
Pokey-labor. Oh yeah, look at this. Alex, you like this?
It's cute. Yeah, me too. I was gonna say him, but he ain't small and cute.
He'd be creepy.
No, he's scary.
His crotch
he'd be just like chilling with a bag of Doritos,
playing Xbox with you or something.
His big ass
all time. Like, I'd chill with a Mew.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take a Mew.
Mew.
Or an Eevee. I'd take an Eevee too. They're kind of cute.
I feel like a little cat wouldn't be as destructive as a Charmander, but like he'd be floating around in that bubble, knocking shit over.
It's like
your whole shit up.
Like a hamster.
And then he just giggle whenever something just
and disappear for 3 months, and you're like, God damn!
Breaks grandma's urn, and Mew's just like,
you don't want a Togepi because it's gonna cry the whole damn time.
Yeah, you don't want a Togepi.
Pikachu's probably the best option.
Pikachu.
Nah, he'll zap your ass, man. You're gonna be doing this podcast, and he gonna zap your computer and fry that shit.
Squirtle.
I was gonna say something. I don't want to be accused of
Squirtle. I would probably roll with, to be honest.
You can clean up.
Put them sunglasses
You'd never run
on,
out of power.
The
lights never go out if you had a Pikachu.
He's still thinking. He's like,
silly, overcharged.
So use yours
you
for
could
power.
hook him up to a generator.
Evan's gonna have a bunch of Pikachus lined up in a fucking lab.
I just imagine
just like limited power.
A hamster wheel that uses electricity as he's running on it.
So I imagine like Mr. Krabs using all the jellyfish to get out of them. That's what it's gonna be. We're gonna be.
He's gonna have 900 Squirtles just blowing into hoses. He's like, I got all the world's water supply. You want fresh water? You come to me.
That was going to be one of the perks I was going to say about Squirtle was like, say you're out, whatever, you got unlimited water at any time. You just like glass of water. But I don't know how clean the water that Squirtle spits out is. I don't know if you'd want to drink that. So that automatically, like, Squirtle would just be cool, like.
Cool buddy.
You'd want a water gun, but he'd give you a bubble once in a while.
I would have to test the water that he had, like just to. I'm not
Give me a
drinking it
pH
right away.
test on that.
Yeah, I need to make sure this is actually clean. I can drink.
You're the type of ballsy dude who drank the cow's milk the first time. Just like you're like, ah.
Or ate
Milk
that
tank
first
would be
berry.
cool.
Ate that first berry.
That dude watching the dude eating the first poisonous berry.
No.
Not gonna do that.
Not gonna do
Good.
that.
Orange, bad. Like it's such.
I would strictly not pick Charmander because he would accidentally light everything on fire.
I agree with you, but like he's my favorite as far as little guys go. So like I would run that risk. I would do what I gotta do, make sure that Charmander is good. And I'm not trying to make his flame go out. You know what I'm saying?
Growlithe very big. Growlithe's not super big.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Growlithe?
I would probably pick Cyndaquil just because Cyndaquil's my favorite starter.
Gotta think they are gonna probably evolve at some point.
Again, doesn't he have fire coming out of his back?
Yeah, but he can at least
his whole
control
back
it. He can control
Yeah.
it.
You can't- no, you
Charmander
can't
can't
put
control that tail.
where you put him to sleep? He can't put his tail out.
outside.
So you got a little burn.
Yo, put him outside. Put him in his Pokeball.
Put him in his
He's
Pokeball.
my buddy, not my child.
Oh man, I want my
But,
pick.
man,
I want Pokemon
I
to just
think
kill
if
him.
you have them for the long haul, they're gonna evolve. You gotta
No.
have room for a Charizard or a Blastoise.
I'll take a big ass badger that breathes fire.
What's
I'll
that
take
stone that you give them and they don't
Yeah, you can give 'em a
evolve into
stone.
something like that?
Oh, I guess
Everstone.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not fighting my Pokemon. It ain't leveling up, man. It's just chilling with me.
No, he's gonna be one
Doritos
sweet
on the
motherfucker.
couch. Yeah, eating Doritos on the couch, chilling. Like that's what I want my
Me and
Pokemon.
Charmander. The more I think about it, the more it would suck to literally just chill with Charmander because he's got a flaming tail. So like, I agree with you.
Couldn't sit down on your couch.
But the
No,
tail
I
wouldn't
sit and
isn't
chill with you.
I
doesn't the
couldn't-
tail not burn things? Isn't that like part of the show? Like Ponyta's
burn-
flames.
I don't
Ponyta's flames
remember.
don't burn people.
Man, Pony.
That's the rider, and that's the rider though. I feel like
But-
objects are probably okay.
I don't know. Like I feel
We're gonna
like
look it up.
Charmander's tail burn ash. I feel like.
if we're living in a world where lizards have fire tails, they could just make it so they don't burn things.
What?
I think
Not
so.
like-
How?
I've seen you, like adjust
They
the
can control
laws
it.
of like nature, and now you want to adjust the laws of fucking science and nature. Like
Sure.
fire burns things, man. That's what it does.
This
It
shit's
is the
all
ultimate-
simulation. Anyway.
Not if it's Pokemon fire.
No, it's
Heads or tails. Tell you if this shit's a simulation.
tails never fails. Tails never fails. Tails
It's a
never.
head.
You'll never know.
Simulation.
How do
What
you know
if-
which one I was voting for?
What if that was a simulation?
Yeah, man. Everything's predetermined.
How do we know?
Everything's
Can't
predetermined.
find any answers.
Because nobody's actually.
Because it's
All I can find is like, oh,
Coexist.
Charmander dies if his fucking flame goes out and all.
Oh,
this. It's
you know,
like
it's
that's
much-
all I can find.
It'll be much more dramatic too when he does eventually die. You know, like our
Dang.
Pokemons are just kind of pass away as like old people. Like Vernon's gonna literally have to watch his flame
the
wither
flames
away.
die.
That shit
Just
would be
get
so
smaller and
depressing.
smaller,
Yeah, just like
and then just
No.
great
a
Charizard.
little thing of
Oh.
smoke coming on.
He's like, cha.
Cha, and I'm like, no, no.
My hot dog's only half cooked.
And they're like, oh, a Pikachu.
That's fucked up. I'm not gonna just forget about it like that.
You'll just pull out one of the other like 40 Charmanders that you caught.
Charmander.
Yeah, you got a whole box of just Pokeballs full of Charmanders just for this occasion.
All right.
Here's Char number 5. Char number 4 isn't
yeah,
dead
gonna
yet.
call him
Just like,
Charmander 4 or 5.
Oh my
What's
God.
he doing here?
It's like Star Lord and his dad.
Or would you scoop a Meowth if he could talk?
I'd scoop
no,
him Meowth either way. It has that payday.
I've got friends. Man, you just want to slave labor your
Yeah,
I'm
man,
just
you just
saying.
want, you're literally
Full
you want
time.
personal gain out of
Imagine
this.
giving one Pokemon
Okay.
where you weren't getting personal gain out of this
Yeah.
thing.
I don't think I could. I don't think there's any Pokemon that would not give you some sort of personal gain.
Yeah,
Any
you got
Eevee, man.
my champ, my whatever. You got a bodyguard, bro.
My
You got-
Eevee. man,
anybody like you got your
I-
Machamp, Machoke to fuck someone up.
I
On the
mean,
wings.
Even something like Dunsparce. Like it's just lays there. I mean, I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, what would
That's
a
from Gen
Diglett do
2.
for you?
It's like the larva looking thing.
What would Diglett do?
What would a
Suck your
Diglett
floor
do?
ball.
I could
what would be your personal gain from a Diglett?
I could dig stuff.
You find me oil.
He'd own a graveyard and just dig graves real fast.
That's gonna be your scam. You're gonna get your Diglett to find where oil is, and then you're gonna buy that land so you can sell it for high because there's oil.
We go.
Hey, wait a second. Did you watch Wonder Woman 80?
If I had a Diglett, I'd be in the landscaping business.
No, but that's crazy. That's part of it.
Diglett's all miserable, covered in oil like those seagulls. He's like, don't mind him, he's fine.
Oh God!
Oh, God.
What
like
would your side
commercial.
duck one be? You would just use his telekinesis or his like.
I mean,
No, I feel like he'd give you headaches.
I feel like he would be a cool little companion.
I feel like
Ryan was
Psyduck
like Psyduck.
wouldn't be as. I mean, because it has water gun and stuff, so kind of like the same thing was like, you know,
Eevee, man, what's my Eevee's benefit?
it's cute as hell. Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it.
Instagram.
Instagram famous.
They're all cute, man.
Oh, cute, man.
Yeah, but Eevee.
Cute.
And,
Man,
and it turns
Eevee's
into
mascot
cute ones,
material
it turns
now.
into badass ones. Like,
I ain't involved, we already talked. It's just gonna be
I
my
know. I'm just saying the potential's there.
I got my sister. I found it. I was out just doing last minute Christmas shopping, and I found my sister like a pretty big. It's made by Pop, but it's like this big of fucking Vulpix, dude. And she loves nine.
Wow.
It's pretty big, man. I was like, oh, I'm buying that. I didn't know Pop made big figures like that. Like it was
They
big.
do have like special edition ones.
But
that
that's
are, like,
weird.
bigger.
Of all Pokemon to just have a Vulpix.
The
What are the
Vulpix,
odds?
dude. And I was like, yo, I scooped it right up. I didn't care on the price. It was only like $28 or something, which is expensive for a Pop figure. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I would want one of those little green,
Pokemon
those little
for, like,
monkeys.
30 minutes. I don't know how we even got on the subject.
Anyway,
I
I
don't
don't remember
remember
how
either.
that happened. I'm with it
I
though.
mean, we went from space to Pokemon, like
Space
that.
Pokemon. Where are space Pokemon? Why are there no space Pokemon?
There
yet?
are Deoxys.
Dialga.
Huh?
Deoxys, yeah, Deoxys.
I know what a but isn't he a god? Does he live
Yeah.
in space?
He controls
What
space.
about that dude, Giratina, or what's his name? Is that
Paul-
how you pronounce it?
Palkia's space, Giratina's time, I think. And Giratina just does whatever the hell he wants to be. Everything.
I mean, I thought that was like spatial space.
What?
Like he controls like the space between me and you. He controls, not like
Okay, I believe so. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
Palkia.
he's like spatial, not like.
But Deoxys
outer
is
space.
from
What kind of bullshit is that?
This
That's
is just
dumb. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just didn't know that. That's dumb.
I never really
Why
thought of
don't
it
you
like
even
that.
like?
But that does make
Yeah.
sense. But
That's just
like,
dumb. 'Cause you
Deoxys came from an
technically
asteroid.
count everything as space in between us. So like that includes space. You know what I mean? We're in
guess.
space right now, technically.
Yes. I
Do
just
they
think-
literally go into detail and like explain it like that?
I don't know. This is how I always took. I didn't think like outer space was like a thing in the Pokemon universe. Like
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I never like
Yeah.
seen it, heard of it.
Jirachi.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Gen 3.
That's a little.
That's
That
Hoenn.
looks thing with like a tri-head, right?
Yeah, well,
It
it's
looks like a
looks
football
like a
head
star.
with the cone on top.
Yeah,
Sure.
Jirachi's,
Oh, I know.
Jirachi's the star. Deoxys is like the weird wiry looking thing. It looks like
Yeah.
DNA. Yeah, they're both Gen 3. They're like,
Why is he from space?
because they
What?
wrote him that way.
Oh, he kind of looks like he's from space, I guess.
I like your Godzilla
I don't know.
T-shirt, Alex.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I
know
think
either.
there are more, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
I honestly don't know because I haven't played one in years, like a new one. I knew you guys had
Sun
like
and
Sword and
Moon.
Shield and stuff. Like
Yeah, Sword
I
and
haven't.
Shield's
I didn't play Sun or Moon.
Sword
I
and
didn't
Shield.
play Black or White. I played Black 1 for a little bit, but I borrowed it from a buddy when I worked with him like years ago. The last one I played and beat that was new was Heart Gold.
Oh man, you should just die on that one because that one's good.
I didn't play X or Y.
X and Y was good.
Oh, I did play Let's Go. Eevee
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Pikachu or whatever,
Yeah.
whichever one
Yeah.
Wyatt had. I played the shit
Yeah,
out of
But
that.
that's not.
one.
I guess that's not with any of like the new Pokemon though.
No, but like it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
I love.
It was really
I just don't know a lot of the newer Pokemon because I haven't played the newer Pokemon.
That was like the learning curve to whenever I started Sword.
When I did,
I wasn't familiar with all the newer.
That's
Pokemon.
I don't know almost anything from Gen 8. Just I haven't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just caught like my
Alex
generation.
caught all the Gen 1 Pokemon. That's all he did.
I did
ones
too,
I
but I
would've
had
done
to
the same
learn
thing.
what the strong ones are that are newer.
If it looked cool, I took it. I'll tell you the truth, like because I don't play games like that to like end like super end game, like I ain't trying to do it.
Yeah.
Like I've just learned to like just go through and just pick what's cool to you. Like anything will do a Pokemon
Just
game.
have fun with it.
Yeah, like
Corviknight's dope. It's a big ass Raven, bro.
yeah. Corviknight's my favorite from the new generation. Corviknight's dope.
Super.
Man, see, I'm the total opposite with that. I want the best, and I optimize it completely. I don't.
Evan's like, I'm gonna be the best.
I used to be like that, man.
No one ever was.
I used to like any RPG I played, I'd look up like where's the best path, what's the best equipment, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna like end game this shit. I'm gonna beat the story and be the hell out of it. Like, I'm not going to fight any of those extra bosses. I'm not like gonna like grind a level 1,000. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I got too much on my plate as is. I'm gonna beat the shit and move on with life.
Right. I don't got time to 100% this shit.
I do that with the story. Like when I'm playing through the story, I don't really care. But I do like the battling, and that you can't just pick up something random and go with it. You gotta, if you're doing competitive battling, like you gotta.
Even the last two RPGs I've played, I put it on story difficulty, where it's just like, just have a great time, man. Just cruising, no side quests, just like
there for the story,
like just running through that bitch.
I'm over here putting shit on hard, struggling the whole time, pissing myself off, bro.
With certain games like Jedi Fallen Order and stuff, I play that on hard because that I'm looking for a challenge. A JRPG, I'm not.
Yeah,
it's not a challenge. It's just I don't want to grind for 2.5 hours to get to fight a boss. Like I just want to move on and fight the boss. Like I just want to get going.
Depends on the game for sure.
Depends on the game.
I haven't played through that many story games, so that's typically how I play. Just because I don't have the time.
Switch is like my story game like system now.
Yeah.
Like I've rarely played any story games on my PS4 now. Like it's all about like the Switch because it's so quick. I gotta be honest with you, just to get on a little rant. Like, it has made me fall in love with RPGs again because I just never had the time for RPGs. I didn't want to boot them up all the time, but to be able to just like be in the middle of anything, click it down, pick it right back up, click it, and be exactly where I left off, and just move right along. Like it's revitalized. I don't have to load it. I don't have to find a save point. I don't have to finish the battle if I don't want to. Like I can play it for 30 seconds and put it down. Pick it right back up. 30 seconds, put it down if I wanted to. So it's like completely revitalized RPGs for me. And like I'm just powering through them now. Love it. It's the Switch is my RPG system. I thought I was gonna be like Wyatt and do like platformers and old Mario games. I just don't. I do too. I own them and I play them. I just don't go through them. I play them for a couple hours, then I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, one of my favorite games was that Zelda remake that they had. I forget what it was called. Link's Awakening was amazing, bro. I love that game. I had fun with that one.
I don't know what my favorite Switch game was. Probably Luigi's Mansion. I really had a good time with Luigi's Mansion. That's not an RPG or anything, but I had a good time.
I had a good time. Kyrie plays on the Switch.
Huh?
You know what Kyrie plays on the Switch?
Fortnite.
Among Us.
Oh no.
And Rocket League.
He can play all of them on his phone. Oh, I don't think you can play Rocket League on your phone.
Not Rocket League.
But
I buy him like Mario, the Super Mario Odyssey or whatever it was, that newer one.
I
love it. He played a little bit. He was like,
cool, but can I floss?
Yeah, and then I bought him Splatoon 2. Or I think he got it as a gift. I think it was his grandmother bought it for him, but he had it. He played for a little bit. He's like, cool. But then he's not too interested. Everybody has their own reasons for what they want. You know what I mean? And obviously he's a little kid, so he's not going to be super into like hardcore RPGs like Alex is doing. But he might be into platformers. I know he loves Mario, but he's just like, he wants to do his own thing. It's just interesting to hear your both of your perspectives on it. And I sit here and I see my son and what he's doing, and just like, Evan, what do you use it for?
My Switch or
yeah,
right now just Pokemon because it's the only game I got.
I gave you Xenoverse.
Oh, I forgot you did that. I haven't played it.
I
forgot
that
I had
shit's dope, man. Play that shit. It's dope.
Dude, Tyler's the same way though, man. Like, he plays games just over and over. And again, it is what it is. But he plays just like Fortnite, like Vernon said. Among Us, he plays, and then he plays this hunting simulator game, and like that's it.
Happy
man.
with it.
I can kind of.
I switched to play like old games.
You were happy with whatever you were playing when you were their age too. You know, same with me. You know what I mean? You were just like, this is what I want to do.
I feel like the difference is like when I played games and was just happy with them. That was it. That was my game that I owned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll wait till you're done, Alex.
No, I'm done.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
That sounded like you had a lot more.
Yeah, it sounded like you were gonna keep going.
That sounded like
you're just like it sounded like just stop mid sentence.
All right. So
no,
anyway.
I just those are like your parents buy you like before you have money. Your parents buy you a finite amount of games, and those are your games. You know, like it didn't
Nowadays,
like you talked about Budokai 3, man. Like it sucked. You played the shit out of it, dude.
And I did play the shit out of it because I had it. I
had that and
Guitar Hero.
The games I played for 6 months before that.
I remember having like the old PS1, and I remember having all these games, and I remember having the terrible, shitty Batman and Robin video game for the movie, and it was terrible. But I ended up like, I don't feel like playing these games, so I'm gonna just keep playing this terrible Batman and Robin game. But like, I had the motivation because like I'm getting farther in this damn game.
Is your only option?
That was my only option.
I would like to put some perspective. I think I know why the kids like to play games like that now, because I think it's how I play games now. And I think a lot of the fault in that is because of RuneScape. So,
RuneScape.
Yeah, well, it's the online, it's the progression. So like, you're not just picking up a game, playing through the story, and then you're done. Like, you can go back and revisit it, but it's you're starting over and doing it all again. But like a game like an MMO or a Fortnite or something, you're progressing constantly. Like, Fortnite, you're building all the skins, and like with an MMO, you're literally building your character. Like when I want to play a game, I want to progress in that more, and I don't want my time wasted in that. So that's where I end up falling back to. Like if I'm playing something, like that's why I always like playing Call of Duty a lot or Destiny and stuff, because like I'm putting all this time into it.
Because it's always somewhat exciting too. And you're always getting something different out of it each time.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to fall behind everyone. I want to, I want to be the best at it. So I want to put all my time. That's why I played so much RuneScape, and and Call of Duty and Destiny, and like Pokemon. I still play Pokemon Go every day because I've put so much time into it. Like that's just how.
You didn't play too many single player games growing up, though.
I didn't.
That's what I mean. That's the difference. You have a different perspective on it.
I played,
I know all three of us have a genuine love for single player games just because of that.
Well,
that's what I grew up with.
I think I could do.
Go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
My parents didn't buy me a lot. That's one thing. Like I also didn't ask for them, I guess. I played a lot of Pokemon games, but
growing up, and still to this day, I feel like it's like a storytelling platform, like it's like a movie or a book to me, it's like something needs to unfold for me, where not that I have nothing against Fortnite or RuneScape or anything like that, but especially things like RuneScape and MMOs, when you get to a certain point for me, it's a chore.
It is.
It's like just going back and doing a chore again.
Even this Pixel Fighter feels like that sometimes, but I love it. I'm in love with this.
Listen, how Animal Crossing is, and I play that shit almost every day, bro. Like it's at this point, it's like I get on to do the same shit.
I definitely, and I've had games like that. I played. What was that? That Simpsons Tapped Out, or like where you just check in every day and do your thing. I'm with those games too, but like. For me, those are more time wasters.
Yeah.
Where when I play video games, I'm not necessarily looking to waste time. I'm looking to be told a story or to witness something that I can't witness in even like Call of Duty and things like that. Not that it's not the same kind of concept, but like I'm seeing something that I can't see in my everyday life, So
I get it. I definitely get it. Like I've played single player games. I've played a handful, but it's just. especially now. Like now, I wish I did play a lot more because I used to have all the time in the world, and now I have none of it. So like now's the time I should be playing MMOs and stuff.
Have you played Uncharted, Evan?
Oh, so good.
Please play those games.
Dude, he won't, man. We've been asking him to play that.
That's the problem. I have the only time I sit and play video games is with you guys on Monday nights. That's it.
I will sit with you and play Uncharted. You can talk to us.
We'll all be in the party.
I want to play with you guys.
Single games to catch up on.
And stream it. Stream like your first reaction, like as you're playing through the game.
That game is phenomenal. It's good. Oh my god! And then go and play The Last of Us.
One of the best stories I've ever.
That's another thing then too, though. Like
one of the best stories I've ever played.
Like you got to spend money to get them. I mean, yeah, you can get them for free whenever they come
bro.
out.
I just said,
but I know.
PS5 with the PS Plus, bro. You get all those games free.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have every Uncharted game sitting on my shelf right now.
Pretty sure they gave away Uncharted Collection for free a couple months ago, and Uncharted 4 a couple months ago. So like, I think I have both.
I was just telling Evan.
And I download everything regardless.
I always forget to check. I didn't
the PS5. You scoop the PS5. If you have PS Plus, they give you. I think it's like 20 of the top PS4 games for free right off the bat.
Well, when you
get Last of Us, you get Uncharted 4, you get God of War, you get like tons of these top.
Horizon Zero Dawn, amazing.
Bloodborne.
He's gonna get a PS5 here next, so he'll have like at least the system to
games.
Whenever he was telling me that, when he said God of War, like God of War was interesting to me, and I'd play it. Like it's just, I just gotta find the time.
I understand. You have 2 kids and a job and a wife. Like, I feel you. I
missed my
one less kid, and I
to
can't play games as much as I want.
I missed my prime single player time. I mean, not saying I won't ever get it back, but I missed the. I wasted
the childhood.
I love them, dude. I love them because
play
like
a shitload of RuneScape with you though.
I like them too. I love The Witcher. Like The Witcher 3 was amazing. Yeah. Loved it.
This is a great game.
Oh well, I'm glad you got the experience like that. You played that twice, right? Or no?
No,
is that only me?
No, it's only you.
I beat it on New Game Plus too.
But like, even
I love that game, man.
That's my most recent experience is like, I know TV shows kind of like. It gets you, but not like video games because you're more involved. You're into the story.
Into it.
Like the most recent example is like Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. There's parts of those games where like my jaw drops, where I'm like I am so invested into this shit. Like that's why I love single player games, is because like I'm so invested, and like it just takes you on a roller coaster of emotions through all these games. Like Red Dead Redemption 2.
I was just about to say Red Dead 2 when you were done with that.
Phenomenal. I loved that game.
I still haven't finished it.
Just like Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is probably one of my favorite games of the PS4 generation, dude. I love that.
Still
the remake.
I'll play that whenever because I don't want to buy it digitally, so I'll probably borrow it from you or something whenever I eventually get a PS5.
That's one of the top games I've like ever played, man.
I do want to play that.
Even the remake of Tomb Raider. Now, I haven't played a lot of the other ones, but the first remake of Tomb Raider, man, just the story, just like the emotion you feel for her the entire time, like the entire ride.
Pretty good too.
Yeah, I started it. I didn't really finish it, but I got into it a little bit.
But like, what you were saying with like Uncharted is like, it's not as like emotional or anything as like what you see like Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima, where it's like bleak and dark. Whereas like 4 is kind of, but 4 is, but the rest of it is like fun action adventure type shit. He's like having quips, like it's like I don't know, it's a good time most of the time. Yeah. Exactly.
The best of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you're on a fun ride the whole time through.
It is like, Indiana Jones
action
theme. Oh yeah, Uncharted's great, man.
It's great. And the puzzle solving.
Could you play the 4th one?
Disc, and I played all 3.
Yeah, we've all played them.
I played them.
Could you play the 4th one without playing the first 3? Because like only because it's free.
I wouldn't.
Like, okay, that's why I was saying that.
Only because like
don't play it.
The 4th one came out.
Well,
I wanted to play it, and Alex was like, "No, play these first."
Yeah, I would play through
all 3 of those.
Okay. And the second one's the best one. The second one is down the best one.
Oh yeah, the second one's really good. But I mean, if you play the first 3, then you'll be more invested into the 4th one, man. Because like, there's some crazy shit in the 4th one.
The 4th one's like some fan service type of shit.
Yeah, some fan service, like. Yeah.
I got Crash Bandicoot at that shit.
It won't have the same effect on you as if you just started it right away. Because you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, that was a cool conclusion to
What?
like the whole series. Yeah.
I don't know who this Nathan Drake guy is, but he seems pretty cool.
But yeah, I would love to have more time. And I mean, I probably will eventually, especially once the kids get older. I mean, they won't need my constant attention.
Well, those are some good ones to start with for the Uncharted series.
I'm interested in God of War, though. That the fact that one was free. I mean, because it seems like this one is one that you can pick up without, like,
I mean,
Uncharted aren't the longest games either. Like,
that's true.
They're not like I wouldn't say they're short by any means, but they're not that long.
You can crank them out in 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah,
that's like 2
just,
nights.
If you just run through them, and you're good.
Yeah, like I said, I ran through.
I remember when I replayed through them on like when Alex let me borrow the collection. I ran through them really fast.
Yeah, especially because they're older games, even so. Like they're just
It's just running through the motion each level.
And it's not open world; it's just story driven. So it's not like you're gonna have a lot of time doing side quests. There's not any.
Yeah. I mean, 4 is the only one where it's kind of more open.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. But that's the next gen.
Yeah.
That at the time.
3 are like you go in one direction. Like you have kind of an area to explore a little bit, but yeah, you're pretty much being pushed in one direction.
Yeah, because there's a clock tower falling behind you, so you got to go forward.
It's that's the best part about those games is because like you have the run and gun shit, but then you have like the wildest action sequences that you can imagine.
Boats going down, planes crashing.
You're on a moving train. It's
a moving train on the side of a mountain.
It's some crazy shit
in the wind, like on the Arctic mountains and shit is wild.
I love those games.
The fucking plane that's like you fall out
in the desert
boxes
and you're like jumping between the boxes.
I forgot about that.
Amazing.
You said about God of War, you could play the new God of War without playing any of the other ones. I mean, you won't get some of the nuance of it, but you can play.
I got
you.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
standard. Watch like the hour-long video on YouTube of like explaining the story leading up to that game.
So you at least get it.
To be honest, I played the old games and I still watched the video leading before I played the game just to kind of get caught up on the.
I love the God of War series. I remember when I got my PS3, I might have told the story here already. It was like that red one, and it came with every God of War game, and then I bought up to that point every Uncharted game, and man, that's all I played for weeks, and and it came with every God of War game, the ones on the PSP, the new one on all the PlayStation, like it came with every single one. And I just like cranked through them and I cranked through all the Uncharteds. And that was my first experience with Uncharted too, because I didn't play them as they came out.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was out by the time I got around to it. And I like played them all and I was like, "Ooh, this is good. This is good."
I remember because Kyle had the PS3 when we were living in Carlisle. And like he just had it out in the living room for the longest time. And I just remember like starting from the first one, and I just remember just rolling through them real fast because I got hooked, dude.
You get hooked.
I'll come home from work and just start playing Uncharted.
I own them, Evan. You're welcome to borrow them. I own them all on PS4.
I will get through some game eventually.
Yeah,
I really want to finish Red Dead
2 because it's not like Assassin's Creed where it's a big ass open world with tons of shit that fucking it's gonna take you forever.
Yeah, and I even
that's been kind of the thing lately is the open world thing, like, and it does kind of.
I mean, even when Cyberpunk, the actual next gen version drops, that's gonna take forever to beat, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree with Alex though. Like, before you paid a $60 for what, an 8 or 10 hour game, and now you can just do.
Yeah, you pay $60 and play Assassin's Creed Valhalla for $130.
I mean, I'm excited, but at the same time, they're releasing the Mass Effect trilogy remastered on PS5 here next year, this year now, and I know I'm gonna replay all of them, but it's gonna take so much time, bro. It's gonna like,
the reason I probably won't play through them again is like it's a very decision-based game.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've made my decisions. And now I feel like if I go back, I'm going to play it in a way that I wouldn't play it. Because all those decision-based games, like I make my decision on how good or evil, I don't care. how would I make this decision if like, I'm sitting here, how would I make this decision? So I've done that story as I would do it. So I feel like if I would go back, I would make like all the opposite choices to kind of like,
I mean,
hey, I was
point,
actually evil. I had all my face cracked.
Like, I love Mass Effect, but at this point, like, it's been so long since I played them. I I remember the beats of the story, but I don't really remember like the decisions, like
the nuance,
what I would have picked or like how it affected the story in any way. So I mean, I feel like it would be somewhat fresh,
it'd be a different
especially
story
like
for
the
you.
first one.
The first series.
Good series.
The first one I played was Andromeda, and it was terrible.
It's terrible.
I played like 10 hours of it, and I'm like, "Fuck this shit!" But I know it's better.
Before, if you get the trilogy remastered, you are gonna love them.
Yeah,
I know 1, 2, and 3 are amazing. I remember you used to talk about it, but I never had them. I never had them back when we were in high school and shit like that. Yeah. And like, but I remember it. I remember seeing it on like G4 and shit. And that's right up my alley. So like, that remaster, I'm definitely gonna fucking play that.
That game blew me because that was like one of the first games on like 360 that I bought that had multiple discs. Was the second one, and I was like, "What the hell? Multiple discs on a 360? Like, I've never seen this shit before." And then like the other games started doing it. Like I remember L.A. Noire was like 3 discs.
You're like halfway into the 2-hour cutscene. You're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. But dude,
no, now they have 2 discs, and it's like this disc you'll never put in again. One time, just one time in the beginning. That's it.
Yeah,
and then you'll lose the play disc magically on your Red Dead.
What if you still have the download disc? You still have the download disc?
I have the download disc. I just don't have the freaking
Last
play
of Us
disc.
Part 2 is the same way. You got one disc to download Last of Us Part 2, and the other one's the play disc.
And the play disc. It's weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Why do you need the play disc?
I didn't even have The Last of Us physically. I bought that digitally, so it just downloaded.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2 was 2 discs.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
and that's a game I own.
It was like Red Dead.
I
saw Cody with Red Dead because Red Dead is like so huge. Like it's such a huge game. But I mean, Last of Us 2 is like it's pretty much somewhat straightforward.
But it's very detailed.
It's
it is. Yeah.
Like it pushed the hardware to it. It's almost its limit.
Yeah. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was the same way though, but I don't know if it was like as big of a game as Last of Us Part 2.
I don't know if it loads the same either. Like, I don't know if it's it was detailed, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
there's tricks with open world games that are like, if you follow like how they do it. And I mean, I guess they could do it in a linear game too, but like open world games are only usually loaded from like your sphere, you know,
and it loads as your view is moving.
Yeah. So I don't know if that like plays a trick on it. I don't know if like Last of Us, like the whole level loads
already populated.
Yeah. So you don't have to do any kind of like, because you can catch like most open world games, you can catch them like you jump down a mountain too fast and you see textures pop in, you know, like I don't know if you can do that with Last. I mean, sure, there's somebody out there who knows.
It's been a minute since I played it.
It's like if you fast travel, there's always a pause.
Yeah,
you could do it without dropping off a mountain in Cyberpunk.
I think I'm gonna buy it.
Run too fast.
I think I'm gonna buy it for my PC, man. I've been thinking about it. I'm just like, I want that game real bad. Our PCs will run it. All 3 of ours. It'll run.
Oh no, man! I'm not even gonna try it on this thing.
Yeah,
it'll run your game 100%.
I don't want to run it.
Don't tell me that.
I want to run it.
Hold on.
Don't tell me this.
You're not running it at max. Even the PS5 isn't going to run it at that crazy fucking max.
Am I running it at like 480p or like? You know, there's no way I'm running that at 1080p.
Vernon, bring up your system, like your Control-Alt-Delete system.
Control-Alt-Delete. Task Manager.
Join in there. You know why? Join in this too. Let's find out.
Let's see this. All right.
What? Task Manager.
Yeah, you want to go to Control-Alt-Delete Task Manager. And then you want to go over your performance so I can know your
performance.
Okay.
I know yours, but it's just fun. All right. We're going to go recommended settings. This is completely down the line. Okay. This is going to be 1080p with graphic setting on high. You need OS Windows 10, which I'm sure all of us are running.
Got it.
Check.
At the very least, you need an Intel i7 4790.
And
what do you
got an Intel i7 1051.
Oh, gonna crank it.
I got a i7 10750.
Gonna be great. 10750.
Wyatt's probably on an i3.
What do you?
Wyatt's task manager.
What is that
loading.
under? Mine's up.
Hit control, and then you go over to performance on like it's beside processes.
Mm-hmm.
The processor.
It says performance.
Performance.
No.
Processes.
The
I
task.
think I'm in the wrong thing. I'm in system info.
What?
Wait, so I can run this shit?
Hold on, we're not done
Hold
yet.
on. CPU is one piece of the puzzle.
Don't get me started.
You got a good CPU. You got a CPU that'll kick its ass.
You have how much RAM, Vernon? 12?
Where do I see that?
Down on your
memory.
CPU.
Memory. 12.
You have 12.
11.8.
You need 12 is recommended.
I don't have 12, but I have 8.
That's your max?
I'm going to cancel my order
12.
from
Yeah,
I bought another RAM stick and it is still back ordered. I'm just going to cancel it and go to Best Buy and buy one.
Yeah.
My max memory is 3.5 gigs.
Yeah, you have 4
you
gigs.
have 4
You've been
gigs.
running. Minimum 8 gigs. Minimum.
Oh, okay.
This is technically, it's like a 12 as much as a PS4 is 500 gigs.
12 is
but
me
you
and
really
Wyatt's
only
put
get-
together.
No, but I mean, like, as far as because it's showing, it only says 11.8. You know how you don't get the full 500 gigs out of it? That's more or less the only point I was trying to make there.
Yeah,
I was just wondering because it does only say 11.8 there.
Well, it's
That's
also using
weird.
Skype and shit like that.
So
My
yours,
base speed is 2 gigahertz.
so that
Your
means
what?
Vernon, your memory, you have an 8 gig stick and a 4 gig stick in there.
That's
That's
he could
weird.
but I forgot to give mine. So my CPU, I have an i7 9700. My memory is 32 gigs. I'll be fine there.
Damn.
My computer was
Alex
so
has something to spare after adding all of ours.
Damn.
I run After Effects on this bitch, dude. And you put up After Effects, it eats like 24 of those gigs, and you're like, uh-oh.
What, bro?
Okay,
you still
graphics
got
card.
something. You still got a more than all of us to spare if it has 24 gigs.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Holy shit.
It's 32 gigs. My memory will kick it. I'm worried about my Intel. This is where it gets a little iffy for me, but I think I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine. You need, at minimum for recommended, you need a GTX 1060 6 gigabyte graphics card.
Bro, I don't got that.
You have.
I have a GeForce MX 130.
MX1. You might struggle a little bit on the graphics card, but your processor might pick it up.
It's NVIDIA. You know what I'm saying?
Look up a benchmark.
Because the graphics card that is minimum is a GTX 780, which I think the MX would be better than that, right? Than the 780.
I don't know. Mine is mine's a 1660 Ti and it is 6 gigs.
Mine's a GTX 1650, and mine is.
I don't know, man. My computer is gonna be like 100 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, and you need about 70. It recommends about 70 gigs solid state drive.
I'm just running a AMD Radeon HD 8400 R3 series.
It's integrated.
Where do I see that at?
Yours is integrated graphics.
SSD.
You have a backup graphics card, right, Vernon?
Yeah, you should.
I have an Intel. I have an Intel UHD graphics card in here and a NVIDIA
they
one.
They add up because my Intel graphics card has 16 gigs of GPU memory.
They won't add up. Each program will run off of a different GPU.
Right now, the NVIDIA
doesn't add up,
used.
Jim.
It's at 0%, and the other one's using 17%.
Hold up. Would you say
NVIDIA's not even used?
Would you say your integrated graphics GPU memory is?
Oh, 16 gigs.
What?
Wanna be sedated?
Which one? Dedicated or shared?
I don't mind.
My GPU memory is 20 gigs. My shared is 16 gigs. And my dedicated is 4 gigs.
What the?
It's a VAC card.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Shared GPU memory.
Yeah, I'm lost.
You're looking at the bottom. Okay.
Lost in the sauce.
Alex, so I think I have 128 gig SSD.
Yeah. Well, click on disk.
Yeah, it says 128G.
No, right? Disk. Am I right there?
Yeah, Alex, you should be fine. You would.
Yeah, I think I'll run it. Wait, is it disc? Though. It'll run it. What does it say in capacity, Vernon?
119.
So you have 119 gigabytes capacity. Now I don't know if your SSD or
it is
your SSD. So solid state's
because I remember buying that on purpose because we had a conversation about that. I remember talking about the external hard drive. Yeah. So I went for that because I knew I was going to buy this 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah. See.
Maybe I could.
Let's look up graphic cards comparison because I want to see.
It's getting late though. We're just talking about graphics. We need to get this wrapped up here.
Yeah,
I want to compare. I want to see if your graphics.
But one thing I did want to talk about before we go, Alex, why aren't you on Reface, man?
Yeah, what the hell?
That shit is so funny.
Brittany literally
for everybody
just sent
that doesn't know,
like 8 videos.
I don't know if I want to call it a mistake, but I made it. I got everybody invested into the Reface app where you can put your own face or your friends' faces on different GIFs or videos. And it's addicting as all hell, man.
It's hilarious.
Because I got the mistake. I made a mistake of getting Annette into it, and that's all she's doing. She'd be sending them to me during the day.
That's what Brittany's doing.
So I was like, I'm sorry, because that's all I'm gonna be sending as reaction shit now is my face on different shit.
I just want to say,
or your guys' face on different shit.
I mentioned this in the chat. Wyatt, your face for some reason fits things. So, like,
fits things. Man.
It fits things.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you got a symmetrical
Annette's does
face
too, man. I don't know how.
Because he doesn't have the beard.
Maybe because I don't have the beard.
I mean,
slice the plaster on there.
My nose stands
have
out.
A beard, and you can see my goatee through it.
I had to find a different picture of myself without stubble because the one I had, I always looked like I had a beard.
Exactly.
That's just wild. It's so fun.
Maybe I should do that.
I got on the other night, dude, and I had like 124 missed messages, and I sat and looked at every single one. Scroll to the top.
It's because we went all day with just the GIFs, and then that night, Vern hits us with the videos, and I'm like, I didn't even know that was a possibility.
With the Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that opened up a whole nother level.
That's an amazing
70s show one was hilarious. That was a game changer too, because you put everybody.
Every single one of us.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Then you start putting the duo. All right, but
and then the Quentin Harry Potter one was hilarious.
Oh, they were.
It is funny, man. I'll get on it eventually. I just haven't got there yet, man.
Oh, but I know, I understand, man.
I saw you guys say like, "Oh, it must be irritating Alex." I was like, "No, this is funny. This is hilarious."
Bro, I wasn't expecting it to be like that fast. Like, because like I started out with that Jon Snow one I sent Vernon, he didn't even notice.
I didn't even notice, bro. I just thought it was a normal GIF, and then I looked at it and I'm like, "Holy shit, my face is on that!" Like, and how did you do that? What app is this?
What kind of sorcery is this?
Exactly.
I spent 5 hours on Photoshop doing it, Bird. That's what I did.
Like, you got some skills.
I ran out of data downloading freaking GIFs and everything. Making stuff.
Bro, I was like, last night I was so going through them so much. I was like sick and tired of the ads. So I was like, how much is this shit? I'm just going, I didn't do it. I didn't buy the free version. But like, I was at the point where I was like, I'm just getting sick of these ads. How much is it to just get the ad free?
I was thinking about that. They're probably getting so much ad revenue from us.
Probably. Because
like,
I'd be waiting. I'd be waiting.
We just paid their electric bill or something.
Every time. I don't even know how much it is.
It's
this shit is so funny, bro. I'm looking back at the chat right now. The Evan Almighty.
It's $15 for the year.
Ooh.
For what?
For that app. Like if you want to use it without no ads and it's unlimited, like you can do everything. It's $15 for the year.
I feel like I've gotten $15 worth of entertainment out of it
already.
Yeah, we definitely
I've been thinking, like, because I'd be sending you a bunch, but there's some I have saved on my phone. Like, I didn't even share because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for like some opportunities to arise. And then boom,
we'll buy a
got
subscription on the
boom,
Squad
got
Pod
another one.
Google account, and then we'll just split the cost.
Oh my god, bro!
Oh my god!
But yeah, man,
That Scarface
like really a thing.
one,
bro. That one and the Bruce Lee one had me dying. Because at the very end of the Bruce Lee one, he's just like, ah! But like, I didn't know how like adult they were going to be until I saw the Scarface, where it's like me coming up out of the powder cocaine with it all my nose.
I am so bummed though that the Rose and Jack one. I don't know why it doesn't do Jack's face. Like, what a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it just had you chilling in the background on the one. Like,
no,
it was
that
pretty
was
the
so
whole way
funny.
through, and then it was just
Getting
you
ready to be drawn.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that app is ridiculous.
Bro, and the other one that had me die was
That's the
on
one I
Quentin
could
Scent
see
of
later.
Vern as from Scary Movie as the chick's head, bro.
That was funny.
That had me
what is that?
die.
You didn't see that one?
Where he chops your head off.
You didn't see that one?
It
You
was
remember the
Scary
scene from
Movie.
Scary Movie where she's like, "Oh, I'm a scary severed head. I put your face on that."
Bro, that had me dying.
Oh my god, I missed this one.
And which graphics card you have again?
That
Something
looks
still-
weird. With,
Oh, the
with
WAP one was
beard.
good
It does. I wasn't
That
expecting that.
shit
Because I knew the
is so
scene. I just
weird.
didn't know what face he was going to put on.
Ugh.
The other
Kinda
one was the one I
disgusting.
made was the Christmas vacation one. Where it's like sitting around the dinner table and
The
it's like
turkey.
me, Evan, and Vern.
I was the old man, I think.
Yeah, you were the old dude. Vern was cousin Eddie.
I didn't see this one either, bro.
Oh, I had
That's the
Alex.
one
I don't know if
with
you
Ethan.
saw. I put you in with me and Brittany with the
Yeah, I saw
with
it.
the Mean
And,
Girls.
with the,
I
I was
did.
Lindsay
I'm trying
Lohan.
to figure out a
Yeah.
way to put these videos up while we're.
That's
talking
exactly
about
what I
this.
did though, Alex. I was looking. I was like, "Who should be Regina George?" And Brittany's like, "Put you in." I'm like, "Who should be Lindsay Lohan?" I'm like, "Alex."
I really got
Fucking
Quentin
yes.
in on that shit, bro.
I'll have to
Oh
down.
my god, dude. It's like it's on another level.
It's funny.
Photoshop. What?
It really
Vernon,
is.
what was your NVIDIA again? An MX what?
He's still on.
MX 130.
MX 130?
Yeah,
MX 130? Compare.
not great.
I don't know.
No, hold on.
I don't know
in
how
there.
much longer you guys are looking to be on, but I got some New Year's facts if you'd like some. Some
New Year's
some
facts.
stats.
I'm trying to hop off here.
I don't
It's
know.
good. I'll stay on. I'll stay on for him, Evan.
Hold on,
before we
man.
end.
Vernon, Alex is like,
Where
wait,
you at?
Vernon. I want to see if you can run
Talk
Cyberpunk.
the facts. Talk the facts.
Alex is like, I want to see what you got, Vern.
All right.
Here's some shit. Yo, Vern, the Mike Tyson one too is hilarious. I don't know if you
I
saw the
know,
one
I
with
saw that
Mike
one, too.
Tyson.
They
Just
were
that
all-
thumbnail.
All right, we're gonna go speed on. I was gonna have you guys guess these, but the source is wallethub.com from last year, so take that for as you will. But all right, so this one got me. 48% of parents are gonna count down the last 10 seconds of the new year by 9 p.m.
Jesus.
They're gonna
Oh.
count down by 9 p.m. Only
You
12.
said
What's that?
I'm on the graphics card. Do you?
Oh,
MX 130.
What do you mean,
Hold up.
though?
like to their kids. They're gonna count down the new year by 9 p.m.
Man, I'm gonna let my kids stay up.
48%.
GeForce MX
Wow.
130.
That's crazy.
Man, that's
Only
a mobile
12%
card.
of
That is
people
crazy.
fall asleep before midnight. I thought that one was surprising. I thought it'd be more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, as a kid, my parents were always just like, "Hey, you can stay up if you can.
Yeah.
Good luck. Like,
Good
as
luck.
I was
Have a good
kid,
time.
Yeah, you're gonna pass out before 12, but all right.
I'm guessing that's probably adults, 12%, but still, that's
Probably.
I still feel like that's high or not high. I feel like a lot of adults are just kind of like, I'm going to bed. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's not as big as a thing as it used to be for
this
me.
year,
Like,
screw
I
it.
remember like
Place
having.
friends,
Well, yeah,
right?
obviously this year, but I remember like years ago, like my parents would have parties or like someone would have
Mhm.
parties. But like the past couple of years, it's just been like,
Yeah,
just chilling, doing whatever I would normally do.
but yeah.
What else you got? Sorry.
54% of people plan to kiss someone. I felt like that was kind of
That's about right.
New York City is obviously the most expensive city to get like a a dinner and a show. But just a few miles down the road in Philly is actually the cheapest city at $400, which I thought was weird. 1.5 tons of confetti are used throughout the United States.
Jesus.
This one, they worded it weird, and I kind of don't know how they mean it. They said the average blood alcohol level is 0.094%. I don't know if that's like
average.
That's what is that like the average of the country or the average
like
of people?
All the people that are zero too.
But if it's like if it's the average of people drinking, that's not really that impressive because that's like right above driving. But if that's like the average blood alcohol level of like everyone, that's like that's pretty high.
That is
31% of Americans stick to their resolutions. Only 31%.
Really?
That's higher than I thought.
That's higher. I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'll have you guys guess this one. This is the last one. What percentage of resolutions fail by what month?
February. 80.
Like, I was gonna say like 85% by the first week.
50% by February 1st.
Okay. Wyatt?
I don't have a percentage. I was just gonna say February, by February.
February's right. Alex, you were you were right the first time until you changed your answer. It's 80% by February.
Yeah.
Wow.
That resolutions fail.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I wish one of us had like confetti to throw up.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I'll make it happen.
Evan, add it and post. I just threw confetti.
I just threw confetti too.
I wanna blow thing.
Guys, man.
Yeah, Alex gonna have like a blower.
Good luck, Evan.
I missed my Lakers game.
I gotta get to bed sometime tonight.
Yeah. I'm out too.
But yeah, everybody like and subscribe. Check it out. New episodes every Friday. Squad nights on Monday nights. Squad Pod Sports on Thursdays. Yeah, man. It's been a good episode.
Yeah.
All the
details are in the description. All the socials and stuff. So all of our stuff's down there too. So
yeah. But most importantly, like and subscribe, and we'll see everybody next week.
Tell your friends. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here's a 2021. Screw you, 2020.